And then on the phone side, I swap depending on whether it's a weekday or weekend. On the weekdays,
Okay.
it is always the Galaxy Z Fold 2 that is my true daily driver, which I just continue to adore. And on the weekends, I switch. I'm all foldable all the time. So on the weekends, I swap out between a Motorola Razr 5G and a Galaxy Z Flip 5G. And those also accompany me most weekdays, if we're honest, as well. I carry two phones, and I carry the small boys when I'm, don't want to carry a bag, essentially, because the Z Fold 2 is such a brick.
Yeah, it is. It is a big one. No iPhone.
No, I mean, it's in my bag because I need it for filming. Like, it's the best.
Okay.
It's the most portable B-roll camera, and I need it for Clubhouse if I want to put up with that. But yeah. But no, I prefer I don't prefer the iPhone as a daily driver. It isn't my speed.
That's interesting because the previous guests that we've had on, like, and myself as well, is generally the tech YouTuber setup generally is one iPhone, one Android phone, right? So for
Sure.
me, it's the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the I'm back on the S21 Ultra for now. I was on the OnePlus 9 Pro, but yeah, for everybody, it's usually so. That's interesting that you do have an iPhone, but it's not one of your two daily drivers.
It's not. No, and by the way, I will say this. I think that's prudent. With the two dominant mobile platforms, I think it's really prudent to have one iPhone and one Android phone just to stay abreast of it. I often find that when I want to comment intelligently about where the iPhone is for a video or for a podcast or whatever, I have to kind of go back and throw a SIM into the iPhone that I carry anyway in the bag, but like actually carry it, and kind of re-qualify on it almost because I forget things. But it's just there's so many little tiny factors in terms of personal preference that go into our decisions about what we carry. And for me, the iPhone just hasn't satisfied what I need outside of the video camera. It doesn't satisfy the criteria I need to give it pocket real estate because I carry so much crap.
That's interesting, and the weekday weekend switch. That's also different, like to everybody else switching over. Any particular reason for that?
Yeah, there are two reasons. One of them is from a content perspective. When the foldables really started coming out in earnest, I said I want to cover these as my primary area of focus, and to do that, to see how they age, because everyone's so terrified about their durability, I need to carry them 24/7. So I'm going to buy every one there is. So we did. We have a budget for that from Future. MrMobile has its own little money, bag. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to buy every foldable there is.
Okay.
So I did. And then I was like, well, I have to use them as often as I can, because it's not enough just to buy a foldable and throw it in a drawer and then dust it off in 5.5 months and say 6 months later. No. You have to use them ideally every day. And it's still, obviously, the weekday weekend swap is still suboptimal, because ideally I would be using them all every single day. But this is as close as I can get to actually using them as much as I want. So that's the reason from a content perspective. And then from a personal perspective, man, the Z Fold 2 is where I get so much work done, particularly from coffee shops when I don't want to lug my laptop around. And on the weekend, frankly, I don't want to do as much work. I want to give that time to myself. So a smaller phone that is capable of less is what I really want. I want to resist the urge to be like, well, it may be Saturday at 2 p.m., but I could bust out a real quick script in a half hour. No. Take the time to yourself, leave your razor in your pocket, look around,
I hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to hear the full podcast episode, then that will be linked down below. And if you want to see more clips like this, then be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss them. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf Speaks, and I'll see you next time.